is very common in the gi. We all agree.
Yeah,
standing. And it used to be one of the passes when I used to have a lot of problems with. Now it's like my favorite thing to like counter. I love when people just try to run around my guard. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna lie here, man. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that.
What? Toriano?
Yeah,
okay, let's do Toriano. Who is a pretty good Toriano?
I don't think anyone does one.
No one? No, you come here. So, the first thing I like to do when I'm playing, especially the game of jiu-jitsu versus like the fight of jiu-jitsu, they're slightly different. There's a difference between a fight and violence even. So when he starts to grab inside my pant legs, I can catch it early or I can catch it late. Okay, so if I catch it early, you grab inside my pant legs. What I like to do is kind of cup the outside of my knees and bring my knees in so my elbows and my knees are connected. We jokingly call this egg guard at my gym, like a little egg, which is where all this stuff comes from. Okay, it's gonna be a high-level BJJ Fanatics video. You just wait. So when he grabs inside my pant leg, if I catch it early, when he grabs me, I grab him back. And I'm gonna grab him and put tension on the outside, feet in the biceps or shoulders. Now everything's exactly the same as what we did earlier. You start to go to the side, I hitchhike. You go the other way, I hitchhike. And now I can straighten out one, and then I can start breaking the grip. That's if I catch it early. Okay, so you can add this to what we did earlier. So I like to hide my legs. I never want my elbows and my knees to disconnect, because if they disconnect too much, then you can start passing my guard. So I like to hide, and then when you go to grab, I can grab you back. The moment I reach is usually when I lose the guard. So if I go here, they start to grab inside my knees. I grab back on the outside, put some tension. I'm doing what we call a pocket grip. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my thumb out on the outside of my fingers. I'm just doing pocket, I'm not squeezing, almost like rock climbing. I'm just using the tips of my fingers. And this is why, even though I play a lot of spider guard, you'll notice I don't have cauliflower hands. They're kind of nice and like, my knuckles are okay. Tension here, and then again, hips up. Do you feel when I bring my hips up, how much it changes it? When my hips are down, you feel pretty good. A little bit of a pelvic tilt. Ooh. Egg guard, it's really high level that I can start breaking the grip. So he goes to grab me, I grab him back, and this is if I catch it early. Now if he sprawls back and brings my feet to the ground, it's different. I have to do something completely different. But let's play with this, because this is kind of very similar to what we did earlier. I'm just connecting to a different part of the body. So instead of connecting to iliac crest to iliac crest, I'm connecting between the bicep and shoulder, depending on the geometry of the person. He grabs me, I grab him back, tension, hips up, and then you can start using one foot on the bicep to break the grip. Then we'll talk about sweeps and all the fun stuff we can do from there. Sound good? This is simple enough? Yes?
Good question. So you said, depending on the geometry of the person, you being probably likely smaller than a large majority of the people you train with, at what point, geometry-wise, do you change where you base?
Oh, you mean by feet between the bicep and the... So, it has to do with the length of their humerus. Okay? So the bone between here and here. So for bigger guys, a lot of times I won't connect to the shoulders. I'll connect more to that crook of the elbow, and then use the ridge of my foot to kind of put some tension on there. If they're a little more compact, I'll connect more to the shoulder line. Because it depends on where basically my tib fib fits within their humerus bone geometry-wise.
Because the taller they are, the more distance you want.
Yes, exactly, the more distance I want.
So the taller they are, the closer you bring your foot.
Exactly. So like with someone who's more compact, I might connect more to the shoulder line because I have to fit inside his arms. The longer they are, the more it's going to be. Can you help me out? Because you're slightly bigger than me?
A little bit.
Only slightly.
You're getting there now.
So I like to be here because if I got someone this size and they go to grab my pant legs, I want to keep him, so see how my feet are more in his elbows? So now it's more in the ridge of the feet because that keeps you far away from me still.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question? Yeah. So I think showing the difference, but I still have connection because I think that crook of that elbow, and you feel like I'm using the ridge of my foot and the crook of that elbow, and I'm putting weight out and my hips are elevated, so I feel heavier than I actually am. Does that answer your question sufficiently? Excellent. Let's play with this, and if once you get it, you can add it to the first couple drills we did, so that way you can keep it moving, so that way you're always remembering the first couple things we did. Okay, ready, let's go.